Welcome to the Make Every Day Amazing podcast. Do you want to do more with your life, but you feel the cards have been stacked against you? Once you learn that things happen for you, not to you, you can begin to see your own transformation in the mirror, and the people around you will know that you're on fire. This podcast will show you a whole new outlook on life and set you up for success. Your host, Todd Harmeson, will help you make every day amazing.
All right, good evening. What a wonderful day it's been. If you're a first-time listener, welcome to Make Every Day Amazing podcast. I'm your host, Todd Harmeson. If you're a returning listener, I welcome you back. I hope you're having an amazing day. Excuse me, boy, got choked up there. I got so excited. So today has been just absolutely amazing. I got an opportunity to speak with my coach. And every one of us in life, we all have coaches. You know, some people hire coaches, other people, it may be a sports coach, it may be a life coach, it might be someone through your work as a mentor or church, but realistically, I think everybody needs to have some sort of a coach or that person that guides them. And I'm so blessed to have the opportunity to work with Sam and Sam Crawley, that is. And I've been listening to him and his podcast every day is Saturday for over a year now. And that's what really gave me the inspiration that I can do this, that I have the ability and the skills and the mindset to help others, excuse me, and share my story, and I'm truly blessed by that. And today in the conversation, we just got excited, and we were going through all the progress I've made so far with my podcast. And, this is the 41st episode now that I've recorded, and I've launched my website, www.toddharmeson.com. And as a call to action, I have also created the speakwithtodd.com, www.speakwithtodd.com, and that forwards back to my website then, that has a calendar on it so that people can get on my calendar and find a time that we're able to communicate. And I really just I share that message because it's so vibrant and so exciting that it gets me pumped up, gets me excited for the day, and just really set the tone for my day. And one of the messages that we talked about, and my wife and I ended up talking about it later on today, and it really resonated with her as well. Not every day is going to be perfect, but every day can be amazing. Think about that. Not every day is perfect. Do we still have people calling, hey Todd, you owe money to community hospital, and we're really trying to collect on this debt. Can you pay up? We'd like to settle up today. And we're people calling, and at different points in my life and my wife and I's marriage and everything, and raising 3 boys, we've certainly had that. We've had financial woes, and we've had health woes with our children and everything. And, when those things happen, absolutely, every day is not perfect. We have issues at work where, supervisor says, hey, Todd, come on in here. I remember a day, this has been many years ago, and a plant manager that I worked with, probably one of my most respected plant managers that I ever worked for. And to this day, he and I follow each other on social media. And his name was Jim Reed. And I really respected Jim so much because he took me under his wing when I got hired in at Chrysler Corporation as I was a contractor. Then I got hired at Chrysler by Jim. And, I made a mistake one day, and I sent something out on email, and the wording I used was just not proper wording. And it did not come across the right way. And Jim called me to his office, and we were sitting there talking, and he was across his big desk from me. And I remember Jim used to wear these readers, and he lowered the readers down on the tip of his nose, and he looked at me, and he said, "Todd," and he shook his head, and he said, "Todd," again. And I'm thinking, oh man, I'm really in trouble. I'm really in trouble this time. And at this point, I didn't even know what I had done. But I just knew when Jim lowered his glasses down and he said, "Todd," and he shook his head, and he said, "Todd," a second time. He said, "Bud," he said, "you know this email?" And he's holding it up. And he reads it to me. And I'm like, okay, I know what email he's talking about now. And he reads the particular line to me. And he said, "Todd, the area managers just did not take kindly to how you said this. You've got to think about what you're saying. You're the new kid on the block. You know, yeah, you're full of energy and you've got a lot of knowledge and wisdom, and you bring the right answers to us, and you're going to guide us in the right direction. I know you are, but you've got to watch how you word things." You know, and that resonated with me. And I always remembered that. I remember sitting across from Jim to this day, and that's been, more than that, 27 years ago now, 28 years ago, maybe 30. And, and to this day, I still remember that. And I respect Jim so much because, he could have gotten angry. He could have really, raised his voice and slammed his fist down on the table and, just really, berated me for what I did and how I said it and, to get his point across. But he didn't. He did it as a teaching mechanism. But, that day was not perfect by any means. Like I said, I remember that day like it was yesterday, But to say, not every day is going to be perfect, but every day can be amazing. That day was amazing because I learned from that. I learned something that now, almost 30 years later, I still remember. And I still tell that story to people, especially young folks, when I'm working with them and we're talking about modes of communications and ways to, send email and proofreading and really thinking about the way that we communicate. The words that we use can be so powerful. The words that we say can be so powerful. That's a powerful message in itself. And how we communicate, the actions that we take. So just because a day is not being perfect doesn't mean your day is not amazing. You woke up this morning. You have a roof over your head. You have a job. You have family. Maybe you're a parent and you have children. You have your health. We're in the United States of America, the most free country in the world. There's not much else that we can say that goes beyond that to make this an amazing day. Your actions can only make the day even that much more amazing. Be thankful for what you have. Be blessed. Help other people. Share your wisdom and your knowledge with other people. By you helping others makes you a stronger person. Sometimes we forget the basics that you learned when you were in elementary school. Helping others, be kind to others, treat others as you want to be treated. We have to be passionate about the things that we enjoy, helping others, so that we realize that even on a day that's not perfect, it's still an amazing day. I hope you find that powerful and as excited as I am about that message. That's something that resonates with you every day. So please, I ask you, take that message, think about that. Share my podcast with friends, coworkers, other people that you may know in your life There's people out there that feel like the cards have been stacked against them. Let's come together. Let's help them realize that, yes, every day is not perfect, but every day is amazing.